Hello everybody, welcome back to Tundra Missionary. My name is Zach, and I am here with another video. And I say another video in general because I'm doing something a little bit different today. I got a real treat for you guys today. I'm going to be showing off my entire CD collection. So, it should be pretty interesting. I've got quite a bit, so, I mean, it's not a super large collection, but it's not small either, I would say. So, this video is going to be the first part. We're going to do all the CDs I have from the 60s and 70s. I've got all my CDs lined out here in order of year, from oldest to newest. And this video is going to be the oldest CDs, and we'll progressively make it to the newest one I have to date. So I thought that'd be a pretty cool way to go about things. But regardless of all that, let's just get started. So the oldest CD I have is 1967, which isn't super old. It's the year my father's born, actually. But we're starting off here with the Doors self-titled album, which is a pretty good album. I actually listened to that on the car ride yesterday, actually. And then we've got, in the same year, Pink Floyd's very first album, The Piper at the Gates of Dawn. A very difficult listen, but with continued listens, it gets better. And then we've got one of Neil Young's earliest albums. Everybody Knows This Is Nowhere. Been a little while since I've listened to this, but it's got some good tracks on here. And they've got another Pink Floyd album, Atom Heart Mother. We're in 1970 now. This is a fantastic album to listen to. Very good progressive tracks. And then we've got another Neil Young album, After the Gold Rush. This is another one that I like a lot, too. And then we've got another Doors album, L.A. Woman. This one I like a lot, too. A lot of the tracks in this one are slightly longer than their self-titled one, so a little bit of a different listen. We've got the Rolling Stones, Sticky Fingers. This is a special edition version I've got here. It's got two CDs. The first CD is the actual album. The second one is some live tracks. And I got this one. It's exclusive. It came with a vinyl version too, which came in the mail earlier. Which I will do a vinyl record collection video later on, maybe. We'll see. I don't have as much records as CDs because they're a lot more expensive. But aside from all that, we've got yet another Pink Floyd album, Metal. If you haven't guessed already, I'm a big Pink Floyd fanatic, and I do enjoy this album a lot, one of my favorites from them. And then we've got the first earliest Led Zeppelin album I have, which is their Led Zeppelin 4, which I've been meaning to get their earlier albums. I always see them in stores. I just think, well, I'll get it the next time I go, but I just never end up grabbing them, but I will eventually. But and then we've got another progressive band here. We got Yes, their album Fragile. This is a fantastic listen. But like most progressive albums, it takes a couple listens to get into it, as it did for me. And then we've got another Neil Young album, Harvest, which is probably one of their most popular records. A very nice listen. And then we've got another Yes album, Close to the Edge. This is a fantastic progressive rock album for any progressive rock fans. And then speaking of progressive rock, we've also got Genesis here, Foxtrot. This is another great listen, but yet again takes a couple listens to get into it. And then one of the most iconic album covers ever, Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. We're reaching 1973 now. This is a fantastic album, obviously. Not much I can say about that hasn't already been said. Then we got Led Zeppelin again. Just lost my train of thought, Houses of the Holy. This is another fantastic listen. And then I've got my first Rush album and their earliest self-titled album, Rush. Not one of my favorite Rush albums, but definitely worth having in the collection. And then we've got Rush Fly By Night, which came shortly after it, obviously. 1975 from 1974. This is a really fantastic listen. And then we've got Led Zeppelin, Physical Graffiti. This is a fantastic double album. Probably my favorite Led Zeppelin album, honestly. I really like this one. And then, moving along, we're still in 1975. I've got a Fleetwood Mac here. I believe this is self-titled Fleetwood Mac. I think. Yeah, I think it is. It's been a little while since I've listened to it, but it is really good. There's some fantastic tracks in here, like a lot you'd hear on the radio, like a Landslide, of course. And then, yet again, we've got Pink Floyd with Wish You Were Here. This is another fantastic listen, essential Pink Floyd album. And then we've got Rush's Caress of Steel here. This is a lesser-known Rush album, not as popular. It was their first take on long progressive songs, but yeah, not that bad. And then we've got Rush 2112 here. This is a fantastic Rush album. Really enjoyed this one, as many people do. And then we've got Boston's first release here. This is a fantastic album. This is one of my mom's favorites. She really likes this band, but yeah. The only Boston album I have, though. I should probably get some more, but... And they've got Eagles, Hotel California. This is another fantastic listen. I enjoyed this one a lot as well. And then yet again, Pink Floyd with Animals here. This is a very different sounding Pink Floyd album, but one of my personal favorites from their discography. And then they've got Fleetwood Mac Rumors here. This is a very popular album. I see this a lot in a lot of people's record collections on YouTube. So, definitely an essential classic album to have in your collection. And they've got a lesser known Neil Young album here called American Stars and Bars. But it's definitely worth a listen if you're a Neil Young fan. I like it. And they've got yet again Rush, A Farewell to Kings. I'm also a big Rush fanatic if you haven't noticed yet. It's a good one. And then the artist we haven't seen yet, I got David Bowie Heroes here. It's the only David Bowie album I have. But I'm not a super big David Bowie fan, but I do enjoy this album every now and then. And this is a fantastic album. We've got Meatloaf, Bat Outta Hell here. This is one of the first classic rock albums I ever got into, and it's a fantastic listen. I really enjoy it. And then we've got Jackson Browne, Running on Empty. I do enjoy this one a little bit as well. Been a little while since I've listened to it, but I do enjoy it. And then we've got Dire Straits' self-titled album here. This is the very first CD I ever purchased, so definitely got me into a lot of stuff. I really do enjoy this CD. It's one of my personal favorites. And then we've got Rush Hemispheres here. We're just cruising our way through the Rush discography here. Another fantastic album from them. And then Dire Straits' Communique. This one follows along the same lines of the self-titled album. Very similar sounding, and another fantastic record. And then the last Led Zeppelin album I have is forget the name of this one actually. Oh yeah, And For the Outdoor. I can't believe I forgot that. But yeah, and that comes in this nice little package, and then you got the artwork inside. This is a 2 CD version as well. So, cool stuff. And then I've got Eagles The Long Run. This is one of the later Eagles records, and I enjoyed it. There's a couple weirder tracks in here, though. I actually did a review on this one, so you can check that out if you choose. And then I've got Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Damn the Torpedoes. Been a little while since I've listened to this one as well, but it's a pretty good listen. And then we've got Pink Floyd The Wall, of course, which actually is not one of my favorite Pink Floyd records, honestly. But I still enjoy it a lot, of course. I mean, if I didn't, I wouldn't have it. But, yeah. So, that is all of my CDs from the 70s and the early 60s. So, stay tuned, and there will be an 80s CD collection coming out very shortly. So, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. Bye.